Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog from my farm, and today we got a couple of things we're getting on with, and a little touch up to speed with everything that's happened, and yeah, so since the last vlog, which was actually only about 5 days ago I believe, excuse me, a few things have happened. The potatoes have been planted, which I will show you in just a second. And our new yard, so our second yard, which has been built on one of our fields, is in the process of being concrete, I believe, for where the potato washer and just the potato storage will go. So there'll be a shed for potato storage, a potato washer, and a sorter. So I'm gonna pop down there to show you guys what's going on, and then we're going to go and plough up the maize field because we have had a late change of plan, and we weren't originally going to do maize, but now we are because of the state of the field, which I will again obviously show you in a second. But we're done to it. 6-8-10 down. Fire up. But guys, hope you are well, hope you are keeping busy and just staying safe and sound. But what can you do in times like this? Now, I'm not going to break the tractor over there, I'm just going to leave it here in the... No, I'm going to be lazy today, guys. We're going to drive on it. But yeah, the contractor came literally the day after I did the vlog. He came and planted it up. I just got to go over the ends here, over these plough furrows with the cultivator, but you can see where it's quite rough. The potato planter didn't quite go into it, but that's not too much of an issue. And I need to come out here to spray it and put the first lot of fertilizer on this within the next couple of days, so that is started to shoot. And as you can see, that big digger is gone to the new work site at least. I believe that's the only thing there at the moment as well, because at the moment they're waiting for some more like crushed stone. It's like road pavings that have come from like roadworks, etc. when they've done up the road, and the leftovers supposedly come here. So it makes a good solid ground, you know. So it's quite cheap as well to get off the council. So. But yeah, so we're going to head on down, see, I'm going to show you the plan of action for the second yard. So I didn't mention it in the first vlog, because we didn't know whether it's going ahead or not, so the plan information and where it's at and everything. But it's all kind of kicked off, and as soon as we got that, contractors come. Obviously you can see I've started plowing out there, but yeah, we are going to crack on with some more of that today. The 7.9 again, because that's the main plowing tractor, because obviously the 75.3 will be on the discs. But we're almost there. This is what I was on about last vlog as well, none of the indicators work on this dash. But here we are. I'll open this up so I'll turn around a little bit faster. And here we are guys, this is going to be the next yard. As you can see, the digger is the only thing down here because none of the vans or dump trucks are here at the moment. They put a little bit of the chippings on, but not a lot. As you can see, it's actually still grass here where we've extended. There'll be a fence going all the way along here to that wall over there. And the plan is to have like a gate around here. And this is going to be a little sheep paddock where we can, or well, for now it'll be cows, but in the long run will be some sheep. Just so we get some, we can obviously share them, get the wool prices, etc. for it. The potato plant, the potato washer, sorry, I believe is going to be up here with the shed down here to keep it, to store them. And then over that side maybe just like another just machinery shed, a small one. But obviously that is huge. We're going around in there. But yeah, that's the main plan for him here. But obviously I get planning permission to obviously start going towards houses and stuff, so we wanted to do it all legit. Obviously last year this was potatoes and stuff anyway, and they're used to obviously harvesting who we are, etc. We don't know, but you know, it's just at the end of the day, what you gotta do. The only issue is getting out of it. It's a bit of a nightmare. Obviously there's no drop curve there either, so it can be a slight issue. Right, anyway, to the field. And as you guys will already notice, this is the field that I said we were going to slurry instead of fertilise. But because I was going to put the cows out here, but that's not happening now. Oh, what is this? Let's put the tractor off the road first, so don't let them see that. And pop up in. If that's what I think it is, I'm not going to be happy. Right, put a tractor in over it, show her. Right then, well, quite clearly someone has not been bothered to do it to the tip, and the worst thing is, I keep all the dates around the farm, you know, on the main road, down there, even the ones opposite the farm, there's a bolt. I put a bolt through there, so they can't open it, and a chain around the date post, so you obviously can't go through that either. The one time that I'm down there doing some ploughing, literally this morning, and I just shut the date to and didn't bolt it, someone has literally been down here in the past like hour and a half to 2 hours and dumped all their rubbish, which means that I now didn't only plough to around about the date way today, and then I'm going to have to come down here with the John Deere loader and 3-ton trailer and try and pick all this up, and might put my welding gloves on and sort through some of the bags, see if I can find an address, so then I can let the correct people know. But I mean, I wasn't going to get this done all like for this afternoon. I would have probably got it done this evening, and that's why I brought the tractor down, so I'd have to go back for tea and I'd just keep it down here. But it's just so annoying. Choose the tip, God. But oh well. What can we do? Right, let's fire this up. Apologies, this tractor is loud, mainly because it's still a 6-cylinder engine in it. But yeah, that's the way this tractor is, and that's why it's one of my favourites. And as I said, childhood memories, etc. That's that ready to go down this. The only issue is with this tractor, its 4-wheel drive is a bit temperamental and likes to come on and off, which is, again, very annoying. But we'll get that down. Now I've got to lift the diffs just a little. That's fine, lovely job. Because the lead times are on float, so obviously if it goes over a tree root or something, it'll bounce. And obviously they're all on springs anyway, they're fellows, so. But the tractor handles it better, especially with the smaller plough, which is one of our very old ones that actually came out of the back out of the hedge when I bought this tractor, so I knew exactly what it was going to be good for. But yeah, so the main reason this is going down this maze is when we came out here the other day with the last week, came out with the fertilizer spreader, and obviously I made the decision not to fertilise it, and we were going to slurry it. Well, I came down here, looked at the grass, etc. And actually, I pulled some of it out just to see what the roots were like, and the roots were terrible. Like, when I say it was probably about an inch or two, and it just didn't get out of the ground, straight out of the ground, so no soil over there or nothing. So the soil was pretty dry. So, and this hasn't been rotated in years. So thought, well, planting period for you know, spring barley and wheat, you know, gone. Can't really do that. And I didn't want another potato field. So this was the main outcome, and you know, it works. It will work, and it's they did a good job at the end of the day. It's amazing. It means that if you don't have a very good successful second crop, or even first, you know, give them two put together, it means that we actually have a little bit of backup. And I mean, you know, you can never have too much, because if it comes to this time next year when we're going to get the grass in, you know, first cut start. We'll be cutting first cut within the next week. We got about 2 days of rain and then about 2 weeks of dry weather by the looks of things. We definitely got a week of it, so in the next probably about 4 days, I reckon, from this vlog, we'll get the mower out on the 6810. Yeah, we'll get the mower out and get cracking. And yeah, I mean, you know, 3 days time, we should have all our ground mowed, about 3-4 days, most of our ground mowed and raked up, ready for the contract to the front. And we can get that in, hopefully we'll have a good first cut, sorry. If we don't again, but hopefully we do. Should do, we used. We have emptied the slurry pit as well as used fertiliser on some fields, so it's had the double dosage. So, but yeah, this may easily come in handy at the end of the, well, it'll obviously be used first, but you know, if needs be, we have some spare. You know, we can afford to, and I mean, this time next year, if we have any left over, we can sell it. You know, we can sell it, use it, whatever. So, they're never going to waste. We'll go from the door to the jar. It's definitely starting to warm up, though. His first cut is definitely within a week. Within a week. Get the grass off, first cut, and then once first cut is done, we can get back out and get some slurry on the fields, get some fertiliser on the fields. Hopefully the potato washer will be back in its new situ within the next month, I reckon. All being well. Which, you know, actually go in there and then generate it for it and get it put on, and the shed can be done separately. You know, the shed will be developed, the shed will be done separately. So you know, it's not going to be too much of a difference, if I'm honest. But it'd be good to get that done, and then the contractors can be paid, they can go off to their next job or whatever, and you know, we got a second job, which at the end of the day can be handy for summertime, because obviously we got a lot of bales this year. We got oats, we got obviously the straw from the oats, that big wheat field by the potato patch, and a big barley field as well. So there's going to be plenty of straw bales this year, probably too many, and we've obviously got to make a couple of hundred conventional bales out of probably the barley field. We'll just do the whole barley field as conventionals with the flat eat, so that way it's a bit easier than the wheat and the oats and we've done the big bales. And it makes my life a little bit easier, but obviously having the extra storage shed down at the new settled yard that's being done, it means that we don't have to stack everything, you know, major, if you say, at the main yard. We can have a or because obviously where the combine is now, obviously the combine gets squeezed in the corner, and the bales that basically put around it so that's the only issue with that yard. Yard is it only has one big storage point, so kind of did a long time planning with it. Obviously we could always store stuff inside of it but when we did the verticals, but now we can't put it inside, which is a bit harder to do. But it's there now. And certainly not to be done by the summertime engine, which would be good. I'm still angry at someone's flight tipped in the field. The one time, I mean, when I go back there, I definitely won't be leaving the video anymore. I know it's already happened, but you never know if it's going to happen again, if that's their first load, you know. Because they obviously weren't afraid of, you know, being in the field, you know. Because the tractor would have been down at, so this tractor would have been down at the time, you know. So they weren't too bothered by the fact that the tractor, you know. But I have to bring the John Deere down later on, take some reach trailer and get that back from behind the power shed. See if we can find any means on anything, build or anything. It looks like it's just household items like bowls and black bags and things like this. So we'll have to have a little sort through. I use welding gloves because you never know if there's any needles or anything in there. Anything that's going to hurt me or anything, so just to be on the safe side, there's a lot of protective layer. But I'm not going to damage for it too much. It's happened at the end of the day. The likelihood is they don't live in this village or nearby, they're probably just passing through. There's no tips open at this period of time because of the pandemic going on, so I don't know. But this field, I believe the contractor that's coming the plant is going to be done at the same time as our first cut. Because obviously the contractors have a fair few budgets, so I believe once they come down with their trail forager to help do some side loading, get our grass in and I'll go on the wagons and they can do the forager, and then I believe another one is going to come down and plant the maize at the same time, sometime within the next week. Then they'll come out here tomorrow and get this disc, get the same fight for it, and have some discs, get it done, and then once it's done, it's done. You know, if it rains, it's not going to hurt the ground too much. If it rains, it's not going to hurt this ground, that's for sure. It needs it, to be honest. I mean, as you can see, I'll just jump out here a second. See, this has all been sprayed off, and so it's quite a light colour. Whereas if we go over here, if I like these weeds and that, see, it's still light, but it's a lot longer. This is obviously sprayed this off, and it's now slowly dying off. But you know, it's again, yeah, stuff happens. This field, there's no point making it silage or feeding this to the cows because they literally won't eat it. It was so, you know, it came up around so quick, but the roots are really tough and the cows just won't eat it properly, so what's the point, you know? I mean, I could have got a lime spreader in, spread it in lime, but again, it's a lot of effort when I try to do something that, you know, in the long run could be used. You know, we don't know what sort of winter we're in at the end of the day. And we haven't obviously got any of our first cut in yet, or second, so we don't know. We You know, that's the issue. You can't bring the weather. You don't know what the season's going to be like. So then, guys, I know this tractor's loud, but the door needs to be open. It's like a sauna in here today, and the sunroof don't open, unfortunately, and the aircon does not work. So that's what we're doing. But there you go. It's an old tractor, like I say, it's 30+ year old tractor, hence why I had the exact same model in my childhood. So, you know, it isn't going to be young, that's for sure. But would I have this over a modern day like New Holland 2.6? Yes I would. Any day of the week. Probably a lot of people disagree because it's old, you know, it's like the old stick shift gearbox, etc. But it does everything that a modern day tractor does. Handling the plough fine. Yes, it hasn't got a lot. It hasn't got as much horsepower, but neither is that. 618. It still does the seeding. It still does the mowing. Raking, tedding, you know, still does all of that. You know, the 7530 wasn't a necessity, but we needed something a little bit bigger than this for jobs like, you know, disking, like spreading, slurry tanking. Obviously, carting is the main one. So, like silage carting. So, you know, when we do our first cut and I vlog, that would be the first time that you see the 7530 and actually we'll be driving it on the trailer. So that's when you see that in action. So, you know, next vlog, it will be the next vlog. I won't vlog the mowing, just vlog getting it. It's a bit more exciting. You see some bit of kit from the contractors. You know, that's how we're going to do that. So yeah, that's the plan for the next vlog. It'll be getting grass, getting first cutting, probably first or second field. I don't know yet. Obviously, you have to see how it goes. But that's obviously the plan for the next vlog. So you see the 7530 in action. The little loader tractor will be on the pit with its rear set of duals on. For the first time they've been on since we got it. Obviously during the summertime, this tractor will be on conventional baler instead. It's a done deal. That literally is the same setup that I had as a kid with the old man. So 30 years, you know, plus, and I'll have a bit better classic baler. It's not there being an old Halo in there, but it's a little bit more modern than that. But it's still a conventional baler, and it's still a conventional slate with it. So it's still a bit of a classic setup. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plough off the top bit, get that plowed in, because obviously now we're not going up to the top anyway, we're going to be going up to this little tree and going along like diagonally across there. So this top bit needs to be ploughed up now. So we come right up into this corner. Now we are going to back it on down and go on down to the corner. Now, not that it right into the hedge, because obviously I don't want the contractors' harvest, horribly going into the hedge or anything. That would not look good, would it? Good thing is, this tree, at least I know it overhangs a little bit, so we can get in there, but I mean, I can't go anymore anyway, so I'm heading up to the gateway now, which is obviously where that flight tipping junk is, so unfortunately. So I will end the vlog when we get back down there. I expect I'll go back to the yard, see what's cracking. But yeah, next vlog, guys, will be first touch silage. This one wasn't really planned. I thought it would be mowing the first touch silage, which, like I said, would have been the next vlog on from the last one, but something different. So just thought, well, some of you might want to see some old school action. So that's what we got. I don't need to go all the way back here. Let's go into this corner. Right there. Turn the plow around. Get that bit. Perfect. Right, we'll just head on down here now. See, because now when I come up, it'll be going along that hedgerow, so I'll be coming up and then backing round on myself. Right. And away we go. This will be the last pass of the vlog for the plowing guys, and then I'll park the Ford up, lock it, shut the door out. There's one more dump, and then I'm going to go back up to the yard now and sort out the load of tractor I've got back here. I do it all the way to do it somewhere. Now, bring this round. So that's what I don't do. The plough will obviously get harrowed in anyway. No, that will pull forward. Right, that'll do nicely, I think. So we'll shut that off. Shut the door. Make sure it's all. I'm going to down at the JD and the 3-ton trailer to stoop that up, and then I can come back down. Finish this off this afternoon because it's getting on for dinner time, so I'll be going home anyway, but I think I can come down, scoop all that up before dinner, go have dinner, then come back down, finish that, finish the ploughing, and then once I finish the ploughing I'll go and get some fertilizer on them fields, I think. We can park them and button. I'll shut this. Just put the pin back to the gate as well, and the locking thread nut. Right, let's head back to the yard. But yeah, so I mean we got quite a, can't see it there, we got quite a lot done then, guys. You know, before dinner. I mean, did a little bit at about 7 o'clock this morning. But you know, had things to do since then. But ready for dinner now. I'm gonna go straight back down to the JD, but I'm not gonna film all that. I'm gonna go straight down now to the JD, pick all that up, come back, have dinner. So in about an hour and a half's time, be back down there to finish that. Then by the time I finish that, it'll be about 3-4 o'clock. And I'll go and spread some fertilizer and spray with this 6810. That we're going to go and take it round into the shed, and that'll be done. Get that done. So we'll hook this up. Actually we won't, we'll just sit in front, because I ain't got time. but I believe the bucket is over there. It is. But yeah, okay guys, I'm going to end the vlog there, just ended up and put that rubbish up now. Next vlog will be at first touch silage. Presumably if nothing else pops up, but I doubt if there will in the next 4 or 5 days. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe to the channel if you do. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. You will be notified then when I upload a vlog. But yeah, until then guys, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.